invite you guys over one day. So you know my contribution for Thanksgiving was? The ribs. And I chose to smoke some ribs, right? So they give me 5 hours outside the house while they were busy inside the house doing the turkey and stuff. And just, my wife's daughter, her boyfriend, 2 kids. But we were expecting more. We thought her son was coming with his 2 kids and 2 other children. They opted not to come. My cousin, her son opted not to come. So, no, her son lives in Oxford, North Carolina. And my cousin is down there in Lovejoy. Oh, yeah. I did some ribs. That would make y'all. I got it. Oh, yeah, April what? April what? Mine's the second. I know Sarah hers is the second. So we'll have some at Studio Cigar Lounge that Saturday. Because I'm 65, she's turning 55. That was nice, good. So we will,
Hey everybody, are we rolling?
Good afternoon. I'm Deputy Chief Charles Hampton Jr., Hampton, of the Criminal Investigation Division. Thank you for coming. Today, we'll just provide an update on the homicide that occurred at the 17th Street Bridge on Saturday evening. The first update is that we have another death as a result of this incident. 15-year-old Cameron Jackson died of his injuries on yesterday evening. So now that's a double homicide involving 2 kids who were in the Midtown space. And again, a senseless death involving a handgun. First, I'd like to offer my condolences to the family. Coming after Thanksgiving and headed to Christmas, the last thing that they should be preparing for is a funeral of their children. And then we're also here to announce an increase in the Crime Stopper Award of $10,000. The next person you'll hear from is the lead detective, Investigator Shepard. He'll go through a video and some still photos where we're asking for the public's assistance in helping us solving now this double homicide.
How you doing, Detective Shepard, Atlanta Homicide Unit. I am the lead detective on the case. I've been working the case since day one, the night of the incident. From my investigation, I was able to determine 2 primary suspects, 2 shooters. And these persons that I'm going to point out in this video is a person that's responsible for the entire shooting. So if you pay attention to the video, this is Mr. Zion, the child that's deceased, that's 12 years old. The top left hand with the black and yellow jacket, that's my main shooter. This is right before the shooting incident on 17th Street. The second clip, the black male wearing the blue hoodie with the white letters on the front, he is the second suspect in this incident. These are the same group coming into the MARTA station. That's the Art Center MARTA station. This is right after the shooting. Again, you see the primary suspect. They're getting ready to board the train. They ride the train from different various locations throughout the city.
So again, this is immediately after the shooting.
What I was able to determine through my investigation, all of the, Zion was killed from this person's bullet. This person is also a part of Zion's group. There was not a back and forth shootout between the second male who's now deceased. So, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. So we have a group that was in the area, this group here. We have Cameron, who just died yesterday, riding by in his scooter. The gentleman you see here in this video pulled out a handgun, shot multiple shots, directing it at Cameron. Zion took a bullet, indirect shot meant for Cameron. So did the other victims out there. All bullets were meant directed at Cameron. Everybody else was collateral damage from his shooting directed at Cameron. Again, that's my suspect, the bottom right-hand corner. This is the group he's with. During the train ride, they antagonized different customers. They flashed their waistband as gesturing like they're going to put a weapon out. They flashed gang signs. They antagonized another group at a gas station. And they also seem to be celebrating, making gestures and talking about the shooting.
So we're just asking your viewers to call Crime Stoppers where they can remain anonymous. Any information will be helpful in this investigation. We're asking individuals that were driving on the 17th Street Bridge, if they have video, they know anything, to call Crime Stoppers, again, where they can remain anonymous. We're just asking for the public support. As always, this is definitely how we solve crimes, is with the aid of the public. We'll ask for a couple of questions, but again, just realize that it is a still very active investigation. And the focus is on the information we're releasing today.
Detective, just to clarify, did you say that there was only one shooter? Were there multiple shooters?
There was multiple shooters.
And do you know how many exactly? Is it two?
At least three.
At least three shooters?
Yes.
These
And-
three Detective, can you just clarify a couple of things? So at this point in the video, when they're getting onto MARTA, do they know that Zion is dead? Did Zion go with them, and do they realize that he's not going back with
So
them?
that's a great question. Zion was with them, as you see on the video, before they got to the place where the shooting occurred.
Right.
He's not with them anymore. I'm unsure if they knew that he's dead at that point, but they definitely knew that people was hurt and people were shot. You can hear them talking on the train. You can hear them talking and celebrating, talking about the gunshots and things like that. So I can't confirm that they knew that he was dead at that moment.
And you said Cameron was on a scooter. Can you explain that?
Yeah, so right before the incident, you have three scooters that ride by this group of people that includes this young man riding. The third person was Cameron, somebody else's name. They say that's Cameron, that's our opposition. That's when shots rang out. The shots directed to Cameron, that's when you have all the other collateral people that was shot. All the bullets were meant for Cameron. Zion took the bullet. He's deceased on the scene. And then we have the other victims that was also shot. Everything was directed to Cameron. The male in the black and the yellow hoodie, he is the main perpetrator, the main suspect that fired off most of the rounds that killed and hit most of the people in the crowd.
Black and yellow. But
Yes, the black and
you're
yellow.
saying the one in the blue shirt with the white writing, he also shot,
He
right?
also shot.
And then there's a third shooter that's not in this video?
He's in the video, but I'm still trying to figure out which one he is.
And everyone was shooting at Cameron.
You're correct. Everything was directed at Cameron.
Do we know the ages of the shooters? Can we tell or anything like that?
No, I mean, he appears to be the old, maybe the oldest in the group. You can definitely tell he's one of the leaders in the group. They all kind of mimic his movements. They follow him, they give him handshakes. So he seems to be the one that has the most persuasion in the group. The other ones look a little younger than him, so we have an age range, safe to say 14 to mid-20s.
Are y'all considering this a gang-related shooting, and if so, can you elaborate on that?
At this time, it's still, as I said before, still early on. Everything is on the table to figure out what exactly led up to it and why Cameron was targeted. And so again, we're not ruling it out, but it is something that we are definitely looking into.
Was Cameron armed when he was shot?
And again, this is still early on. We did recover 3 weapons on the scene. And again, we're still going through the ballistics and determine who were in possession of the weapons at the time.
Can you tell us where Zion was shot and where Cameron was?
At this time, again, that's part of the investigation. But again, I just want to stress, we're asking for identifications of any individuals you see in the video. As Detective Shepard indicated, we know that 2 individuals definitely were our shooters. We want to treat the other individuals currently right now as witnesses. But as we move forward in this investigation, if we don't receive cooperation from them, it's very possible that they also could be charged with some type of having some type of involvement with the death of these 2 kids. So again, even if they see themselves on the video, we're asking them to contact the homicide unit, ask to speak to Detective Shepard, so we can determine exactly what happened on that evening.
How many people have you spoken to?
Do you have any reaction to some of the comments that Zion Charles' mother made this week in regards to when she said that she was reaching out to APD and that you guys were in communication with Zion himself before this shooting? Any response to anything she had to say?
At this time, again, we are responsible of solving the death of these 2 kids. That's what our focus is. Is a tragic incident that happened in our city, and that's where our focus is on today.
Last
Again,
question.
Were
So
any
do you have
officers
any youth
present in the
leaders?
middle of that group
I'm sorry.
when the shooting occurred?
Say again?
Were any officers, APD officers, off-duty officers, Atlantic Section Security present when the gunfire went off, and what happened from there?
I think there is a video that we know that there were off-duty officers working in along the 17th Street Bridge, so we know that there was a very prompt response of an officer responding very quickly as shots were ringing out. So we know that we had off-duty officers in the area at the
And have
time.
y'all been able to identify any of these people or talk to them?
Identify who?
Any of the witnesses, anybody who's present?
Again, individuals you see on the video, we have not been able to identify them, and so this is why we are here, and we're asking your viewers to assist us in identification.
Zach, then Eric.
The shooting, is there any indication that this group, along with Zion, saw Cameron any time before the shooting happened, or they saw him on the scooter at the time of the shooting? That was the first time they'd seen him or not?
Yeah, I can. So no, it appears that it was immediate and random. Cameron seemed to be, and his 2 friends, riding through the area en route to Atlantic Station to enjoy the festivities. That's when this shooter in the hoodie sweatshirt, yellow and black, took it upon himself, fired those rounds at Cameron.
Eric, last question.
We have a 12-year-old dad, we have a 15-year-old dad. Just someone who lives in Atlanta, your message to the community when investigating something like this, and it looks like just young kids involved in this as well. What goes through your mind in the past couple of days? How have you guys handled all of this?
I mean, again, as I said before, it's tragic. Being a father myself, having young teenage daughters, it's difficult to investigate a death of a child. My heart goes out to the mothers of these 2, their sons. I can't imagine what they're currently going through. As I stated earlier, they should be preparing for Christmas, the holidays. But now they have to spend their time on making arrangements to bury their sons. And so again, my heart goes out, but I assure them that we are working hard, as Detective Shepard said. He hasn't stopped working, and he's following every leads that come out. But we're at the point now today where with this video, we believe that with the cooperation of the public, people call in and let us know who these individuals are that they see in this video, that we will be in a better position of being able to bring this case to a successful closure for the family.
Do you know the condition of the other 4
Detective, can you
victims?
just say
Yes, Detective Jarian Shepherd,
I'm sorry, what?
Jarian Shepherd, Jarion Shepherd, Shepherd.
And Detective Cameron's name, is it Cameron?
It's Cameron.
Is it C or K?
K. K. I'm sorry. K.
Cameron, what's his last name again?
Jackson.
Are you able to clarify the condition of the other 4 victims?
Everyone else that was shot that evening, my understanding, has been treated and released.
Thank you.
Chief, can you just help me clarify, is there a game tie?
Again, that's part of the investigation, and so I can't say that this is a reason for the homicide, but it is something that we are closely looking into.